Oh, you think you have her figured out, do you? You see the lines etched by time, the confidence honed by experience, and you believe you hold the key to understanding her. But have you truly peered beneath the surface? Have you ever wondered why a playful glint dances in her eyes when you casually label her experienced? Or why a subtle steel enters her gaze when the topic of her age arises? Let's be unequivocally clear. Women over 40 are not puzzles to be solved or problems to be navigated. They are forces of nature, complex and captivating. If you are fortunate enough to find yourself in their orbit, prepare yourself not for a gentle breeze, but for the exhilarating, and yes, sometimes turbulent storms of their desires. This isn't a game for the faint of heart, but the rewards for those who truly understand are immeasurable. Forget the tired tropes and the societal whispers. We are about to delve into the authentic landscape of their longings, a terrain far richer and more demanding than you might imagine. So, settle in, open your mind, and prepare to have your assumptions shattered. Let's dismantle the outdated notions that clutter the conversation. If you genuinely seek to understand what ignites a fire within a woman over 40, cast aside your preconceived notions of romantic gestures. It's not the predictable bouquet of roses wilting on her counter. It's not the saccharine sweet nothings whispered into the digital void. And certainly it's not your youthful charm, which, while perhaps initially appealing, lacks the depth she now craves. No, what truly resonates with her, what has the power to both intrigue and perhaps even intimidate you, lies in a realm that challenges the very foundations of male ego and confidence. We are talking about the yearning for genuine connection, for a partner who meets her on equal footing, intellectually, emotionally, and yes, physically. This isn't about fleeting passion fueled by novelty. It's about a profound desire for a connection that transcends superficiality and delves into the raw, unfiltered essence of who she is. She seeks a partner who sees her not as a milestone to be reached or a box to be ticked, but as a vibrant, multifaceted individual with a rich tapestry of experiences and desires. This requires a level of maturity and self-awareness that goes far beyond rehearsed lines and manufactured charm. It demands a willingness to truly see her, to acknowledge her strength, and to embrace the entirety of her being, without reservation or judgment. The assumption that women over 40 have somehow traded their desires for the mundane comforts of routine is not only insulting but fundamentally inaccurate. They have, in fact, simply grown weary of investing their precious time and energy in relationships that lack substance and reciprocity. Think about the shift in perspective that comes with years of navigating relationships, of understanding the ebb and flow of connection. They have likely experienced their share of fleeting infatuations and superficial encounters. What they now crave is something far more profound. A partner who doesn't require constant hand-holding or emotional scaffolding. They seek someone who possesses an innate sense of self, a quiet confidence that doesn't need validation. Imagine the allure of a touch that isn't hesitant or tentative, a touch that speaks volumes without uttering a single word, a touch that understands the unspoken language of her body. Younger men often mistake bravado for genuine confidence, a critical misstep in the eyes of a woman who has seen it all. Your carefully curated gym selfies and superficial displays of machismo hold little to no interest for her. What truly captivates her is the question: can you handle the complexities of her life? Can you navigate her strength, her independence, and her deeply ingrained sense of self? Can you meet her where she is, without feeling the need to lead or control? The answer lies not in outward displays, but in the quiet assurance of your presence and your ability to truly see and respect her. The underlying truth is that women over 40 are often weary of the role of educator in their relationships. They have, in many instances, spent years patiently guiding partners, explaining their needs, and nurturing emotional growth. They have poured their energy into building connections, often feeling like they are doing the lion's share of the work. Now, they seek a partnership built on equality, where emotional intelligence and self-awareness are already established. The era of holding hands through emotional immaturity and delivering motivational speeches to bolster fragile egos is over. If you cannot meet her on her level, if you require constant reassurance and guidance, then you will likely find yourself left behind. Her hunger is not for someone to nurture. It is for a peer, an equal, a partner who can satisfy her intellectual curiosity, her emotional depth, and her physical desires with the same intensity she brings to the table. She is not there to mend your insecurities or to make you feel more secure in your masculinity. She is on a journey of her own, with her own goals and aspirations, and she seeks a partner who can walk alongside her, not lag behind or hold her back. And let's be clear, the desires she harbors are far from the sanitized, PG-rated fantasies you might conjure. They delve into the messier, more authentic realms of human connection, the kind that evokes a visceral response, a feeling of, "I didn't realize that was even possible." The crucial element here is that she will likely not explicitly spell these desires out for you. She has learned to communicate with nuance, with subtle cues and unspoken language. You must be attuned. You must listen intently, not just to her words, but to the silences, the shifts in her body language, the fleeting expressions that betray her inner world. Consider this. Midway through an intimate moment, have you ever noticed a fleeting roll of her eyes or a barely audible sigh as you fumble with a simple bra clasp? That isn't an expression of mere annoyance. It speaks to a deeper weariness. She has likely endured countless instances of being treated as someone to be coddled or handled with excessive gentleness. What she truly desires is a partner who is intuitive, who understands her body and her desires without explicit instruction. She longs for you to use her body as a map, to navigate her desires with a confident yet respectful hand, to assume a natural command without being overbearing or forceful. Feeling surprised by this revelation? You shouldn't be. Women over 40 have shed the societal constraints that once dictated the demure expression of their desires. They are often more in tune with their sensuality and less inhibited in their pursuit of pleasure. Men who approach intimacy as a performance review, focusing on their own prowess rather than her experience, will simply find themselves dismissed. Directness and unvarnished sincerity are the keys to unlocking her desire. Forget the generic compliments about her appearance. She has heard them all before. What truly resonates is the kind of raw honesty that dares to ask, "What is your deepest fantasy?" The kind of question that might elicit a nervous perspiration. She has listened to countless empty promises and hollow pronouncements. Now, she demands evidence of your ability to truly see and understand her. Can you handle the intensity of her desires, the uninhibited nature of her fantasies, and the unapologetic embrace of her sexuality? This might be even more confronting. She doesn't seek a flawless partner. She desires your presence, your active listening, your willingness to adapt and respond to her needs in the moment. Pay more attention to the subtle curve of her spine, the involuntary arch of her back, than to the superficial definition of your abs, and be prepared to be tested. She might playfully push your boundaries, challenge your assumptions, and laugh at your discomfort. Will you shrink back, or will you rise to the occasion and surprise her with your adaptability and genuine engagement? Regarding those dirty desires you might be imagining, they often transcend the purely physical. While positions and toys can certainly be part of the equation, the core of her desire often lies in the realm of power dynamics, of a confident command that respects her agency, and the exhilarating feeling of having her true, unfiltered self desired. There is an intoxicating freedom in being seen and desired without pretense or judgment. She yearns to explore the depths of her sensuality without the fear of later hearing a hesitant, "Are you sure?" Doesn't that sound incredibly liberating? That is the essence of what she seeks in intimacy. However, it's crucial to understand that she will likely never explicitly articulate the fact that she, too, experiences vulnerability. She may harbor anxieties about being perceived as too much, too assertive, too experienced, too hungry for connection. This is why she might project an air of cool confidence, offering subtle cues and observing your reactions to gauge if you are someone who is truly worth the risk of revealing her authentic self. Will you misinterpret these subtle signals, labeling her as complicated or aloof? Let's address a significant societal hurdle: age differences in relationships. These are often relegated to the realm of jokes and tired clichés. However, a woman over 40 has likely navigated societal judgment before and emerged stronger. She is far less concerned with the opinions of your friends or the superficial anxieties of others. What she absolutely will not tolerate is your own insecurity about her age or experience. If you find yourself embarrassed by her, do her both of you a favor and walk away. She values her privacy and her sense of self-worth far too much to tolerate a partner who is ashamed of her. In conclusion, for a woman over 40, this isn't a casual fling or a fleeting moment of connection. It is a profound test. A test of you, yes, but also a test of herself, of what she still desires and what she is no longer willing to compromise on. She is not on an indefinite search. She is seeking a vibrant, authentic connection that makes her feel truly alive. Will you simply be another fleeting encounter, a youthful echo unable to keep pace with her depth and experience? Or will you be the one who surprises her, who meets her on her own terms, and who embraces the full spectrum of her desires? The choice, ultimately, is yours. If you found this exploration insightful and are ready to delve deeper into understanding the complexities of human connection, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Share your own perspectives in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts.